Hi, Tilty Carlson here. Anytime is a good time for the cinema of Clint Eastwood, and last month Warner gave us a trifecta of Clint Eastwood titles on the 4K format for the first time. Today we're looking at, from 1985, Pale Rider. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Great close-up there of Clint doing what he does best. There's our spine text, back cover. Under the slipcover, art is basically the same. We do get a digital code of the film. And here we have our 4K Ultra High Def disc. Unfortunately, as with most recent Warner 4K releases, they have failed to include a remastered Blu-ray copy of the movie here. So any images you see in this review are taken from Google searches. They are not 4K screen caps, and they do not represent the quality of this release. Clint Eastwood directs and stars in this hit film about a nameless stranger who rides into a small California gold rush town and becomes known as Preacher. He finds himself in the middle of a feud between a mining syndicate and a group of prospectors. By 1985, westerns were largely considered old hat, and there just weren't a whole lot of them being made anymore. But Clint Eastwood's one of those guys that largely stuck to his guns and over the years has defied conventions and tried to keep the western alive, something I absolutely love the guy for. I mean, this release came out in a day and age when westerns were a dying breed. Eastwood wasn't stopped from making this film, and once again, he delivered a western triumph. Maybe not his best western, but one that's certainly memorable for a number of reasons. Eastwood portrays a lonely, silent man known only as Preacher, who finds himself alongside a group of prospectors after helping one of the men in town surviving an attack from a syndicate that wants to force them off their land to mine their claims. Of course, it's not long before all hell breaks loose, and there's plenty of violence between the two factions, with the larger group wanting to take the prospectors off their land, but Preacher wants to stand up to the villains and show them that this is no way to treat human beings. Now, again, that brings me to my one big issue with Pale Rider. It's a story about a larger organization trying to wipe the smaller group of people, in this case prospectors and settlers, off their land. It's literally the oldest, most overused western plot in the book. In some ways, this movie is actually seen as a remake of Shane, the classic 1953 western that starred Alan Ladd. However, the movie I wouldn't say is a straight shot-for-shot remake. Eastwood certainly has a darker, more revisionist tone of sorts, and this film can actually get quite violent at times. There is a great cast here. In addition to Eastwood, we also have Chris Penn portraying a member of the mining syndicate, and we even have Richard Kiel, the actor who portrayed Jaws in the James Bond movies, playing another man associated with that group. The film isn't just all blood and guts, thankfully, though. I mean, there's plenty of humanity on here. Preacher finds himself in a situation where he sees what truly matters after having been away for so long. His backstory is largely left ambiguous, which I do think works to the film's advantage because it has the viewer try to put the pieces together. And we do get some interesting villains as well, including our head miner and the legendary lawman that he enlists along with his group of enforcers who quickly up the stakes. Pale Rider certainly has plenty of action-packed western violence, but the movie's not without a heart or humanity, and it's part of the reason that I think this is a bit underrated when it comes to the westerns that Eastwood has put out. Once again, shot by Bruce Surtees, who was largely his collaborator. I believe this was the last collaboration between the two. It's a beautiful-looking film with plenty of natural visuals, with snow-capped mountains, settlers' villages, small western towns. It's a great-looking movie, and I don't think fans of westerns will be too disappointed with this one. This is the first release of Pale Rider in the 4K Ultra High Def disc format, and I am pleased to say that, like the other Eastwood titles that Warner just put out in 4K, this is another great looking one. The Bruce Surtees cinematography is given new life here with more vibrant skies and colors, but also the shadow levels and deeper, darker black levels getting the extra push they need as well. As you know from watching any of Eastwood's films from this era, Surtees was infamous for using as little lighting as possible in interiors and largely naturally lighting the film, but it's all beautifully reflected here, and this 4K disc brings out the best in it all. The older Blu-ray release of Pale Rider I actually did not own, but it didn't get the best of reviews and was largely a bare-bones package. But there are several things added to this, including a few new featurettes, including one from one of the then young actresses that appeared in the film, and her stories of first meeting Clint Eastwood. But then we also have a few vintage featurettes as well that appeared in other Eastwood collections and packages. So it is a decent assortment of bonus features to be had here. Pale Rider looks great on 4K. It's got a decent amount of bonus features. The film itself is entertaining as ever. And once again, my only real complaint here is the lack of a Blu-ray copy, which seems to be par for the course for Warner these days. Other than that one minor complaint, this 4K release of Pale Rider comes very highly recommended. How about you? What do you think of Pale Rider? Do you think this is one of Clint Eastwood's best westerns? If not, what do you think his best one is? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.